Hello Umbraco community and welcome to this video on the new forum. I'm Lotte from the Developer Relations team at HQ and I'm joined today by two of my colleagues from the Developer Relations team. Sebastian, hello.
This guy, hello.
I'm like, oh my god, technical fail already. And Alan, hello.
Hey yo.
And isn't this wonderful? I'm in London, Seb's in Copenhagen and Alan is in Charlotte. So, the new forum. Sebastian, I think perhaps it might be helpful to explain why we need a new forum.
It's self-explanatory, isn't it? So, little bit of history. Back in 2009, our Umbraco website launched with a forum in there. Before that, I think we used to have Umbraco started with a Yahoo forum, and then there was a Google group, and there was probably something in between that I've forgotten about. Anyway, 16 years later, our Umbraco still lives with the forum on it, and also we haven't made that many changes on the forum since then. For a good reason, because it's at least the last few years, it's starting to get a little bit old. It's currently based on Umbraco 7. It's all self-built, and just a few years before I started working at Umbraco, I was one of the people who took over the maintenance of the forum, based on Umbraco 4 at the time. And when I started working at Umbraco, we slowly upgraded it to version 7 until the latest version of V7, and then V8 came, and we were like, yeah, we've bolted on a lot of little things that we can't remember right now, and if we go and try and upgrade this one, it might break a lot of things for a lot of people. So we've been a bit scared to touch it since then. The other big reason is that spammers have gotten more and more prolific, and currently it's me and a few other people at HQ and a few people in the community who have to approve each and every first post that anybody makes on the forum, because we want to make sure that they're real, and that's getting harder now as well with AI-generated spam. Very plausible sounding answers, not real people. So, the wish to have more features, the unwillingness of anybody to work on new features, plus spammers equals we need something better. And it's here.
And I know that for a lot of people, their sort of first way into the finding Umbraco community and the friendly community is from the forum and realizing it's not Stack Overflow. You back in the day got a very different vibe from the people who really wanted to not tell you were doing it wrong, but help you understand what you were doing. And the forum has been invaluable in setting the friendliness out over the years for our community, I think. And I think that's why forums it needs to be visible to search engines so that the information can be shared, which is what we've had a problem with having some Q&A on Discord. It's behind a login, and there is a way of surfacing some of the content, but it isn't as intuitive, as helpful as it can be. And I think you've spent a lot of time, Seb, researching what our options were, having realised that time had come for the forum on our. And heaven forbid you decided on an open source product. So yeah, Discourse, I think it's the obvious choice. It's open source, and Plot Spoil, we've had a soft launch going for a few days, and so far everyone seems pretty pleased with how the forum works, and there's so many options for us to customize it and add plugins and make it functional without maintaining the code.
Ourselves, exactly.
Yes. It used to be cool to roll your own everything, but we all know now that isn't the case.
Best tool for the job, that's the saying for something, for a reason, right? So.
Yes, I think so. The future's bright, the future's the new forum, and at some point we'll stop saying new forum and we'll just say forum. Yes. It was definitely time, and we now have a forum. And Alan, I believe you haven't yet signed up for the forum, have you?
You're right. I've not signed up, and I've been itching to sign up.
And you're very
Yeah.
You very, very obediently waited to do it live on air so that we could show people how to do it. So if you'd be so kind, Alan, to share your screen. At the moment, the only way to log in to the site, well, the only way to register on the site is using a GitHub login.
All right.
Which we hope most of our community would already have a GitHub login because they contribute to issues or discussions or raise documentation pull requests. If you don't already have a GitHub login, Alan, I'm guessing you've already got a GitHub login.
I think. Yeah.
If you haven't, then it's free to get, quick to sign up.
Yeah.
And so hopefully that isn't going to be a barrier for people. So yes, forum.umbraco.com.
Okay. Oh, this is
And in light mode, I see, Alan. Yes, by default it is in light mode. You can switch it to dark mode, and we will be playing with the theme, I think, soon, won't we, Seb, a bit for...
Yeah. So the default is automatic. So if your whole computer is in dark mode, it will be in dark mode, and if your whole computer is in light mode, it will be in light mode. And
So the key thing to notice here is, unlike the Discord Q&A, Alan hasn't had to log in yet in order to see anything, and anything that Alan can see, search engines can see. So I'm going to stop going on about this. It's just kind of exciting for the short term. But let's say that Alan does want to contribute to a question, to give an answer, or to ask a question. He would have to log in, wouldn't he, Seb?
that's correct. I mean, you can read, but further you need a login.
Yep.
So to get to interact at all with the forum, you need to be logged in. So let's give it a go. Go on, Alan, see how you get on.
all right. So we've got the authorization screen here for GitHub, where we're logging in via GitHub, and we just authorize it. Is that right?
Yeah, so it says, scarily, it says your personal data will be used. We will take your email address and your username on GitHub. You can change those, so no worries about that.
Cool. So I'll go in and I'll authorize Umbraco community here. We'll get redirected. Oh, and look at this. So my sign up now. Pick a username. I'm sorry, I should have turned off my blast thing. It's a little cluttery, but that's okay.
Yeah.
I'm going to pick my username as Lauren Allen Smith. That's what I am most places, Allen Smith. And then I will accept the code of conduct, privacy policy, and I'll go ahead and...
Well done for reading those. Yeah, well.
I read somewhere that's the most common lie that everybody has told.
Yeah.
I've read and agreed to the terms of service.
I think you know the Umbraco Code of Conduct, so I'll let you off.
Yes, this is true. So I'll go ahead and sign up. And there I am. I have my first notification.
Whoop, whoop.
All right, let's see here.
So along the
There we
way,
go.
you'll see a lot of hints and notifications from the forum software coming in. So I did contemplate, for the blog post, I did contemplate listing all of the wonderful features that we have. You will, it's overwhelming, and the software is making you not so overwhelmed and teaching you them along the way. So this is one of them. One of the tips that you'll see. You can totally turn off all the tips, by the way, if you're used to using a discourse forum. But otherwise, step through them.
Skip the tips, Alan. Skip the tips.
All right.
We're here. We're experts. We can help you.
I'm a week ahead of you, which makes me an expert. But yes, you would now be able to create a new topic if you needed to ask some, get some feedback from the community, or go and give some answers to some questions that you have. Quite at the moment, a fair bit of the content on here is some excellent community members, especially the Community Advisory Board, who've been helping us a lot with posting test content and really helping us sort of sort out which of the bells and whistles we want to switch on and which ones we definitely don't. So, for example, don't expect to use this as a way to direct message people in the community, because we switch that off, because that's not what the forum is for. You can message administrators, I think, perhaps, or we can message you. I don't know. And other way around, yes.
They can reply.
Yeah, but really, this is a forum, and that's what we're going to use it for. I love, if you look at the fourth post down, I love this one from Jason Elkin. Did this site just call me basic? Because when you join, you get a badge for having joined, and you have a level that you're at, and your level will automatically change according to the sort of the amount of usage that the time that you spend on the forum. And the first level is called basic. It's now called what, Seb? Explorer, yeah. So we've kind of, but this is the great community feedback that we've been getting is, did the site just call me basic? So this meta category down the left, you've got a couple of categories. You've got questions, you've got meta. If we're talking about how the forum works, the post is in the meta category, everything else goes in questions, and then there are quite a few tags that you can use when you create a post to kind of help people be able to filter. When the site gets busier, I'm sure that the tags will become very important. I see there's a tag there called Cult of Hangfire. Is that because that's the name of the package that you have on the marketplace, Seb?
Indeed. Someone wanted to ask me a question about this, so I was like, let's experiment with making a package-specific tag. This is not something that we're offering to other people right now, but we have asked the package team does it make sense to add tags to specific packages if they are available. Just experimenting here.
Yeah, so it might be a nice low friction way for package developers to be able to kind of encourage feedback, and they do it in the forum. Let us know
in Meta if you want this, by the way. If you're watching. So yeah, Meta is for questions about the forum, how it works and why it works that way, and things that we could do better, and so on, those kinds of things. Anything else goes into questions and can be tagged with Umbraco-related tags. I was very excited when I found out that I could very easily make my own tag. So now when on NuGet there's a new release of Umbraco 16, there will automatically be a V16 tag being added.
Automatically.
Automatically, you don't have to do anything.
I mean, there are a lot of integrations that are going on behind the scenes. One that I discovered this morning that was quite fun. Alan, if you could go to questions and see there's a discussion about the block list label in V15. So this was a question from Franz, and I linked to an issue in my reply. If you scroll down a bit, you'll see my reply, and I linked to an issue. And so if you click on the issue, maybe in a new tab, let's have a look at that issue, because by having put a link in the forum post there, magically, it felt like magic. I appreciate there's just an automation behind the scenes, but if we scroll to the bottom of this issue, you'll see that there's automatically a comment from the Umbraco community that says someone's referenced this on the forum, so you might want to go and check it out there. And so what will have happened as a result of that is anyone who's watching this issue will have been pinged that this comment's been added, because it's just a comment in GitHub. And so it's going to keep the conversation going, and so you can see that they're automatically linked between the two. So that's one of the excellent integrations that you've added, Seb. Another one, of course, the obvious question, if you could open yet another tab, Alan, and go to our.umbraco.com, the now old forum, or at least by the time of releasing this video, it will be the old forum. We have a lot of content in here. We have a lot of content of, how many years is it? 12? I don't know.
Well, 16 apparently.
16 years. Obviously, probably answers from 16 years ago, not that relevant anymore. But there are many years of V13 answers that we hope people still find and will find in search engines. And how does this integration work, Seb?
Can I share my screen instead, because this is not live yet?
Ooh, okay, yeah.
So
okay.
Staging URL. Let's see.
Can we make it live now? No. Okay, no.
Well, we could, but I don't.
Nice
I don't
idea,
want
Lotte,
to.
but no.
Because it links to the blog
Sorry.
post. The blog post is the 404, so no thank you.
Yeah, yeah. Sorry.
So this is a very old copy of some of the data in our database. So I have a topic here about excluding specific content in something called Converge. Oh, I forgot that existed. If I go to the bottom here, I will not be able to answer directly. Usually there was a answer this question button, we've added a notification. We're on read-only mode, and you can continue this topic on the new forum. And when I tap continue discussion, if I tap it correctly, it will turn from blue to green, and I can actually continue the discussion on the new forum. And I'm in dark mode, so it's different, but light mode. And what it does, it takes the first post of that thread and shows it up here, so we can actually continue replying. And when I reply here, magic happens. And there. So you see that the link to the original post is here. So it's also good for search engines to be able to follow what's happening here. But if I go back to the topic over there on the old forum, we can see that there's been a reply posted, and we see the actual reply in line with this as well. And I think this is a very smooth transition from, okay, well, I've landed on an old forum post. I wanted to continue here, and we can see that people are continuing. So let's go back to where we can actually reply now.
Nice.
This is so cool.
It is so cool because we really didn't want to integrate, move 16 years of redundant content. We only want stuff that people still care about.
Still excited about. Yep, exactly.
Yeah, it means that our will still be alive. It'll be with us longer, but in read-only mode, easier to maintain. So I think that's an excellent solution. So.
And as an added bonus, as soon as this one gets created, the participants in the thread get an email saying, "Hey, the discussion has been continued on the new forum," which has a link over here.
That's cool.
Nice.
Mm-hmm.
That would have taken us a while to write that code, wouldn't it? I think the other question that people watching may be, well, for the last few years, we've actually had a lot of questions being asked and answered on the Umbraco Discord server. So what's happening? What are the plans with that, Seb?
Discord, it's great. It has a help with Umbraco forum channel in there, which in a few weeks we will be shutting down. And we'll be encouraging everybody to start posting on the open and easily searchable, Google accessible forum instead, so that we can get that information out to the public. Most of all, we have some integration with Discord already that makes some of these questions public, but it is then very hard to see how I can actually get into the Discord and the correct thread and all of that. So we want to make sure that
we will also a little bit dependent on that third-party application service still running, right? So it didn't feel like a sustainable solution.
Yeah,
that
exactly.
one. So yes, we really we're looking forward to seeing how much more engaging the forum can be with the Q&A happening over there. I mean, I've enjoyed posting. I don't know whether it's just because it's new and shiny, or ask me again in 6 months. But for people who enjoy being in Discord, we are expecting you to stay in Discord. We're expecting people to still say hello and chat and share their Wordle scores. Make DevRel have some exciting plans about doing more sort of office hour type events that we will be running on Discord, and having support for live events like the Spark Hackathon next week. We will have a Discord channel to support people collaborating for that. And I think you've added another integration into the Discord as well.
An extra channel that will show what new posts are being made on the new forum, so that people can get curious and jump in if they know anything about it.
So if you go and click the continue discussion post on our button on our, that will create a forum post on the new forum. It will also ping Discord to say that that's been everyone, now no one's got an excuse to not know what's going on. Exactly. I think. It's clearly been a lot of hard work, Seb. Well done.
Thank you.
And as I say, thank you to the community who've helped us get this far, and thank you to everyone who's watching, who's going to help us keep it an engaged, friendly, helpful forum to be an asset to all of the existing and all the new people who will be finding Umbraco help as a result of it.
Look forward
job.
to seeing what happens in the next
Yes.
few weeks and years and decades.
Yes. God. And as you say, if you've got any questions about the new forum, the meta category is the place to post it, or try the search. I think the search function's pretty cool in the new forum. Basically, it reminds me of when I got my second car. My first car didn't have a wing mirror on the passenger side or headrests or a fifth gear, and I just kept getting so excited with my second car because I had a fifth gear and I have wing, and it's like, oh, it's a fit for purpose forum, which is so exciting. It will become just normal soon, and I will calm down. But yeah. Excellent. Well, thank you very much for joining me and having unboxed this together. That was fun. Thanks, everyone.
Yep.
See you.
Bye.
See you.